Well, John Thorne, how you been? Pretty darn good, huh?
Did you pass the bar? Did you pass the bar?
A bar, any bar. All right, John Thorne there, who worked with the Wounded Knee Legal Defense Committee for many years, and now I guess out doing well out here. His nickname is Raccoon Beard. So I don't know why we named him that. But anyway, for tonight, we'd like to have an opening statement by Janet McCloud, who lives about 500 yards from here. And the reason why, of course, Floyd and Charlie and Bill Means and our old-time friend, you know, we've always supported each other through the years. And Janet, of course, is all the many years that I was in prison and the struggle. She's a very fine friend of mine, a old dear friend of mine, very fine person. Janet McCloud.
Well, it's a happy night for us to have these four brothers of ours here to come and share their time with us. Share, where are they? They went backstage. You can't even keep track of them. They're always busy and active, and it's really good. And I'm proud of them that now they're more even visible to everyone in the world to see them on the films of Dances with Wolves and Thunderheart, and Northern Exposure, different other ones that they've been active in with the movies and the media. Of course, they've been in the media for a long time. I remember when I was in Europe in 1973, they were making headlines over there every day. And different things that they have done throughout the years to struggle to make a better world for all of us. They've made a lot of sacrifices, and they still sacrifice. You know, I'm not going to mention any of the new movie stars amongst our Indian people's names, but some of them who have also made very good. If they've been asked by Indian people to come and talk to the children, they say $7,500 up front, first-class tickets. And most of our Indian community still can't afford that. Poor Bill Means, when he come over here, I didn't know if he'd come because he's coming from Minneapolis, but he had to make 2 stops to get here. He says, geez, he's bringing me on an elk run here to get here. And they all deserve first-class tickets, but we didn't have that money to, put up front there to buy first-class tickets. And they were all very good about coming and sharing their time with us. We had a good day today. We had sweat lodge for young people. We had talking circles, and Dennis talked to them about young people, about sweat lodge and the importance of it. Floyd talked. Bill Means talked about gangs in the Minneapolis area and their experience with it. And Charlie we're going to hear tonight, because one of the most important things as Indian people we can't afford to lose is our ability to laugh, our sense of humor, the joy of living. And life is tough out there. I'm not going to say it isn't, especially where a lot of our kids come from, Chief Leschi, and we're glad we have those Chief Leschi kids here. The streets are pretty tough no matter where you are. We're glad to have them here that they can learn and see there's more. Like I always said, we don't need the Bloods and Crips and all this other stuff. We got a gang already. American Indian Movement's our gang, but they don't go around beating up on their own people, shooting at defenseless people either. They stood up and defended our homelands and our people. They went where our people were being mistreated, and I'm sure some of them will talk about that. Even here in the town of Yelm, we still have problems. It's sad, but it's true. You know, in the school, even in Yelm school, because Indian people are tribal people, because they tend to stick together, all of a sudden they're labeled gangs. I remember when my kids went to school in this school and the trouble that they had. When there would be fights between white kids and Indians, as long as it was the Indian kid getting beaten up, nothing was done. So we took our kids to karate school, and my husband taught his boys how to fight laying on the ground. He says, you're always on your back on the ground, so I'm going to teach you how to fight from down there. Defend yourself. Then when they could defend themselves, then all of a sudden, then they were kicked out of school. So we had all those problems, and we still have them. I don't know how we're going to work them out, but if we let them keep on going like this, where people who are of different color skin are the enemies of, you know, I have a saying, I always had it. When lawmen begin to act like outlaws, then there is no law. And that's sad when the policemen see people of color as the enemies. And we've had that problem for 500 years here. This is 1992. We want to make a better world. We're not interested in promoting hatred and promoting disunity, and you can't put yourself up by putting somebody else down. You know, we're going to have to, like that Rodney King says, we're going to have to learn to get along together. It's one small world that we're living in. And we want a good life for our children as Indian parents. We don't want them ending up dead on the, you know, being shot. We don't want them ending up in prisons. We don't want them dead from AIDS. And I'm sure most of you parents that are in here don't want that for your children either. So we have to find a way to work together to make a better world to bring children up in. Less toxic hatred. Like they said, it isn't only the earth that's polluted, it's people's hearts and minds and bodies too. So we all have to clean ourselves up. We all have to work for a better world. Anyway, I'm glad all of you came tonight. And for me, it's a real treat to have these four that we have here. You're going to hear some good messages. We're not always trying to offend anybody, but you know, sometimes songs can be pretty strong because they're a message of how people feel, how we feel. As Native people, we're living in our own homeland. And we just hope that you enjoy the evening. We've had good food today, good prayers. A bunch of nice kids and people have come to Sapadan. And I just look forward to hearing everybody tonight the same as you. I don't know what's going to happen. Everybody says, what's the agenda? Well, we don't have an agenda. We just get up and whatever happens, happens, so it's happening. So they'll let you know as they go along what the agenda is. And I thank each and every one of you for taking the time to come here and share this evening with us. Oh, danke.